Welcome to Tarot and Oracle for the Soul. My name is Sarah, and I will be doing a VR to Mystic Man's Manifesting Magic March. And I originally saw this done by Scarlet Moon Creations. The first question is, what's the deck you're most grateful for? And that would be my John Holland deck. It is a workhorse of a deck. This deck is amazing. It's the deck that I use when I give my professional readings. I use this deck or his Psychic Heart Tarot Oracle. I love this because you don't need to know astrological signs. You don't need to know correspondences. It's a very intuitive deck. You don't need to know tarot at all. This will help open up your intuition. There's no scary decks. There's no scary cards. So I live in an area that's very Christian. So even if people are exploring their spiritual path, like when I first started, there's certain things that are scary, even if you're open-minded, right? So like the death card and transformation, those cards have been changed. There are no court cards, so you don't have to try to read a court card. Instead of having court cards, we have the 7 chakra cards. So it goes, through all 7 of the major chakras. So instead of the devil, we have this temptation card. Giving readings with this is so intuitive. It's so easy. It's gentle, but it still gets messages across, even if it's a more like negative message, right? So this is the deck that I am most thankful for. It has helped me help many people who have had questions and who've come to me for tarot readings. Question number 2, what's a deck you feel will help you towards your goals? I have been working with this deck this month. This is the Earth Wisdom Oracle by Barbara Moore, and it is phenomenal. So I worked with it for 1 week, and this deck really needs to be worked with for more than just 1 week. It needs about a month. I would say at least 21 days, because that's how long it takes to assimilate a new habit or activity. So you see these flowers here. In the book, it will give you the flower to work with or herb, and then also a gemstone. So let's look at Clear Aura. Sorry, the lighting is not great. We have Pennyroyal. Cleanse the aura, raises vibration, and protects against spiritual pests. And then you'll work with Bloodstone as well. Is a powerful etheric cleaner. Practice good spiritual hygiene just as you practice physical hygiene. Spend time with people and things or in places that raise your vibration, which is a great way to shake the aura free of unwanted etheric debris. Develop practices that, like a hungry toad, take care of spiritual pests and insects and keep your aura pure. I care for my spirit as I care for my body. I cleanse it daily from unwanted influences. I wash myself in spiritual love and light and understanding. So as you're taking a physical shower, you could say this mantra and envision the water flowing over you and washing away that spiritual debris, as they call it, or attachments or whatever. Sorry about the lighting. Hopefully this is better. I had this all recorded and ready to edit, and I had accidentally hit something while recording, and it slowed it way down. The audio is all messed up, so I'm re-recording this. I really wanted this to go up and live today. I don't know if it will. The next question is, what's the deck that helps you strengthen your spiritual connection? All right, so I was going to pick the Thoth because that's the deck I learned on. But this is a new deck for me. This is a new purchase, and this is supposed to be based on the Thoth, but it's really based on the Rider-Waite and the Thoth. But what I really love about this is that there's keywords, not just on the major and minor, but also on the court suits. So for King, we have innovation. For the Queen of Wands, we have reflection. The Prince, aspiration. The Princess, transformation. Like, and look at how beautiful she looks, like a phoenix rising. So even though, yeah, the minors are kind of Thoth-ish, when you go to the major arcana, this is not what the Thoth card looks like at all. And I've done a few walkthroughs of comparing the Gil with a Thoth and the Gil with a Thoth and the Spirit of Tarot. So this is a very Rider-Waite-Smith Fool. And instead of having Roman numerals, we have just regular numbers. But the artwork, this deck was created in 1989, and I love the colors. I love how vivid this deck is. I love the artwork. Like, this is a beautiful Lover's card. So, this deck to me is really its own system, or like a combo of Rider-Waite-Smith and the Thoth. And we get to the layout of the card spread, which it goes along the seraph for the Tree of Life for Kabbalah. And so since I'm so inspired by this deck and I think it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I'm really excited to explore this in depth. I plan on doing this card layout and then doing path working with the cards I receive. So I'm gonna go with this deck right now. But as someone else, mentioned when they answered this question, all tarot and oracle cards can help deepen and your connection, your spiritual connection, and help you on your path, because they are a tool of meditation and reflection and contemplation. You can use it for journaling, for meditation, path working, which really is, like a combination of those things. Number 4, what is your favorite affirmation deck? So my favorite affirmation deck is this is this right here, the Affirmations of the Fairy Cats deck and book set by Brenda June Sadek. This is a great deck for spring and summer. The cards are just so beautiful. They're playful. They're whimsical, but grounded, since it's flowers and we have a skull and, they're outside in trees. So they're out in nature and they're just whimsical. It connects your inner child and keeps you grounded in the present and in reality. And I just really love the write-up. So I'll stop there on Metamorphosis and I'll read that card to you. Okay, and I want to show you, though, the only thing I don't like the layout of the book, because it's kind of arbitrary. We have inspiration cards, then we have contemplation cards, and then we have comfort and celebration. When I did this earlier, I also read the Metamorphosis, so I know that it's under inspiration. So we go to page 23. So you have a mantra right here, and then some advice. Never doubt your capacity for change. Gives you some more inspiration, and then an action plan. So this is really a great deck to get you motivated, to get you inspired, to get you going. So I am not like a big affirmation deck person. I have a few, I have a couple. I always have good intentions of using them. but I don't reach for them often enough. But this deck is just beautiful and playful, and how could you not love this deck? What is a deck that will help keep you focused on your goals? I went with the Wheel of the Year Tarot. This tarot deck is absolutely gorgeous. I just really love the colors and the artwork and the messages, and it's very pagan, kind of Renaissance looking, romantic, dreamy. I mean, like, look at that card. I love the energy of this deck. I love this deck for spell work. It feels very empowered and empowering. And so this is the deck that I would say will help keep me focused on my goals. Question number 6. What is a deck that will help keep you uplifted? So that is the Golden Future Oracle by Diana Cooper. With how dark the world is right now, I needed this very colorful, very vibrant, very beautiful deck to help me keep this vision of how I know that we could live, how we could be in the future. There's enough food for everybody. There's enough resources, housing for everybody, as the, you know, we have the potential for free energy. We don't need to live so individualistically and divided. You know, race is a social construct, gender is a social construct, culture is a social construct. Now, I love that we have all these different cultures and ideologies and beliefs and religions and way of living. I think it's beautiful. Like, I love that. But it also creates division and a false sense that there is the other, and there is no other. We are all just humans trying to live our best life and enjoy this life. And billionaires hoarding money and keeping other people from enjoying life or basic decencies and basic human rights, like having a house and shelter and food, and not just any food, but like healthy food. It's a really sad state of the world that we live like this and we allow it. I mean, everyone should have education, and we should take care of, you know, our water and earth and air, and what we do to one place, we do to ourselves. You know, it will eventually catch up with us. I had told this story earlier. I had just watched a documentary about where they did the mining in New Mexico for uranium, and yes, it brought money to the town, and yes, it gave people work, and yes, nuclear energy is clean energy, but mining that town is now contaminated, and everybody in that town, whether they worked in the mine or not, has cancer or knows somebody who's died way too young due to cancer. And they will tell you that having the mine there was not worth it. And in their cultural and their spiritual belief, they believe that the uranium it's basically like an evil entity that should have never been unleashed onto the world. It should have stayed buried. And, now their culture and the people there are paying the price, and it will cost millions upon millions to clean up the area, to get that community healthy and safe. And the government has left them high and dry. And to what end, right? Like, was it worth it? So every action has a reaction. When you think you're doing good, it's the same, in magic. We need to have polarity. We need to have the light and the dark. It's the yin and yang energy, the balance, the duality. Unfortunately, that is one of the laws of our universe. In this reality is the law of duality. And but here's the thing, is that there is really no such thing as like good and evil. Everything is kind of like a shade of gray, because every action, there's a reaction. Even if you have the best intentions, the outcome could be negative, right? So not every good intention leads with a positive outcome. So unfortunately, that is just the way that the world is. The world is a complicated place. There are no easy answers, other than that we are all human. We are all just trying to survive our daily lives. We all just want to, I think most people want to have a sense of purpose and want to help their communities and be a part of their communities. Most people, we all want shelter, good food, clean water to drink, to practice whatever beliefs we have, to enjoy our family and our friends. Free basic healthcare should be the norm for everybody, everywhere. It doesn't matter, where you live, what community, how much money you make. Everyone should have access to all of those things. And the sooner we learn that, the sooner we can get to this beautiful future. And I hope that it is closer, that we are closer to this future than further away from it. But I will get off my soapbox. What's a deck you manifested into your life? Okay, so that would be the Unfolding Path Tarot. I had wanted to purchase this at the end of 2024, but it was still too new. It was not the 40% off that a lot of their decks are when it comes time at the end of the year. So this year, my husband, for the last sale, he asked me what deck I wanted because he wanted to make a purchase. So for himself, and I told him that I wanted the Unfolding Path. It was like 30 or 40% off at that point. So he purchased this for me. I love this deck. It's gorgeous. I love the watercolor. I love how playful it is. The movement. Everybody's so happy and joyful in this deck, and I love seeing everybody happy and smiling and childlike and playful. And it's a beautiful deck. It has diversity in it, which is nice. And I like decks with movement like this. Like, it looks like people are dancing and moving and in action and alive, and they're not just, stuck. We have this ballerina. Like, that's just such a gorgeous card. I love this Seven of Pentacles, like the movement, her hair, like just the joy in this deck is wonderful, and we really need it. Oh wow, like, I mean, even look at that Devil card. Some of them, yeah, they're trying a little too hard to be sexy. Some of the cards, it's like, I swear they're like flirting with us through the cards. But you know what? It's playful. It's fun. It makes me smile, and I think that that's the most important thing. So I'm happy that I was able to manifest this deck into my life. Especially since I myself have gotten back into doing watercolors and just having fun with that. And watercolor was always my favorite medium. So, and then the last question is just a bonus question. What is something that you manifested into your life? And I manifested my cute little cat, Pumpkin. He is so sweet. I got him at the beginning of the year. I had told all my coworkers, everybody knew I wanted a cat. And my old coworker and friend, she had a friend who couldn't keep a kitten. And so I met him a few times. I had my dog meet him, and it all worked out. And here we are a few months later, and he's still with us. He has his moments of being a little wild, but that is what makes cats so wonderful, and the messages that they have to teach us about, you know, not submitting and living your truth, and and just having fun, right? I love cats. I love the energy of cats. I love how playful cats are and just mischievous, and they are curious and they get into everything. It's just so funny because I've always had cats that were indoor outdoor, and this is the first cat I've had that is absolutely terrified of the outside. We built him this outdoor like play area, caged in. He doesn't like it. I'll bring him out on a harness and leash, and he's like so scared. So I've never had a cat who's been afraid of the outdoors before. But he's just so playful and fun and cute, and he and my dog get along, and they're adorable. They cannot sleep together yet. When I used to have my two cats and my dog, like we'd all sleep together and everything was fine, but Bella has gotten to be old and she does not want to share. So unfortunately that can't happen, but you know, maybe they play together and they chase each other around. So far they get along really well, which makes me so happy because I love my Bella. Like, she's my baby girl. Like, she's gone everywhere with me. She's my little travel companion. And then Pumpkin, like I said, I love the energy of cats, and they're just so wise and playful and fun. And there's nothing like a cat purring on your chest. They're just so comforting. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Keep on shuffling. Bye.